How you doing, guys? Pat Pope here. 49. All right. I'm gonna make a video response, okay? There's so many out there. I just can't keep up with them all. But I just seen Oregon Piper, and I think this is the last straw. It's the 23rd, maybe. Nope, it's the 24th. It's like 10 to 3 in the morning. I'm not a real great sleeper. Well, I figure I couldn't sleep. I just seen his video. I figure, what the hey? I'll throw a video up. A video response to his contest. Since he's not asking too much. That's the problem with a lot of these contests, guys. You know, bro, no offense to anybody, but some guys, man, just ask too many questions. It's too involved. I mean, you got to write down all these questions. You know, you got to think about all this stuff. And, you know, it's like, it makes it really hard, especially when you really don't have a lot of time to, you know, do this stuff. You know what I mean? You know, if it's something like Oregon Pipe did, it's not too bad. I mean, what got you started into pipe smoking? How did you get started into pipe smoking? That's the question. And then a couple of other little things. It's not too bad. It's doable. So, anyway, I'm smoking my Bolkovic, my newest Bolkovic. Bulldog, sandblasted Bulldog, bent sandblasted Bulldog. Anyway, and I got some cupcake in it. I'm just stuck on aromatics lately. I mean, I still smoke my Englishes, my Balkans, my some Virginia one. I think is better than Mississippi River. And it's this here. This stuff is fantastic. And the more you get down the bowl, the better it tastes. I love it. I love it way better than Mississippi River. I'm not a big fan of Mississippi River. But anyway. Okay. What got me started to pipe smoking? Well, the very first time, because there's a couple of times. I did it. I think I've told everybody the story where I was a teenager and stuff like that, and my father didn't want me smoking cigarettes. And but at that time they didn't say they were bad, but he still didn't want me smoking for whatever reason. And so I asked him, "What about a pipe?" And he says, "Yeah, a pipe's all right. You can smoke a pipe, right?" So what I did was I went out and got some cherry blend from the drugstore. I got me a cheap pipe somewhere. I don't even remember where I got the pipe from. And I used to go into the bathroom when I wanted a cigarette and I was home. Light up this cherry blend. And smell the whole bathroom up with cherry blend tobacco. And it was strong. I think they still make it too. Anyway. That's when I first started. That's the first time I smoked a pipe. But I couldn't do it. I mean, it bit my tongue. I mean, I didn't know nothing about smoking pipes or anything like that. So it was like a nightmare smoking these pipes, you know? This pipe, you know? And it got to a point where I wasn't home a lot of the times at night anyway. I used to go out, you know, for a while. And, you know, I'd smoke outside and, you know, later for that pipe stuff. But anyway. What happened was a real good friend of mine that I knew from school. We were in the mall one day. And they had this David Lute pipe store in Menlo Park in Edison, New Jersey. And we just walked in there just to check it out, you know, look around and stuff. And he had all these pipes, man. He had eons of pipes in these glass cases and stuff. And we both got the bug at the same time, man. We start looking at these pipes and these pipe shapes, and we were like intrigued, you know what I mean? So we walked out of there. We both bought a pipe and an ounce of tobacco, you know, and that's how it started. And we picked his brain, the guy, the owner. He used to be at that store a lot, and we used to talk to him a lot, and he used to tell us about the cake and, you know, this and that. I mean, he gave us a quick education on it all, you know. And we went on and we smoked pipes together. And, you know, there was no YouTube community, no such thing. There was no, I'm talking the year 1972, maybe? 73, something like that. There was no pipe community. And there was a big outburst of pipe smoking. Pipe smoking was coming back into swing. At that time, it was like a surge. And we did it for quite a while. And then, but I was still smoking my cigarettes, you know. And I was still getting tongue bite like crazy. And those pipes, for some reason, back in those days, man, I think it was the way we smoked them, too. We were smoking them like cigarettes. We were smoking them so fast. You know, our tongues were killing us. But I liked the flavor and everything. I enjoyed it. But then we got separated because we weren't working at that time. I was unemployed, and he was, too, I think. Or I was working at night or something. But then he got a job, and he went his way, and I went my way. And I started working all different kinds of jobs where you don't have time to smoke a pipe. Plus, when you're young like that, I first was married at that time. You don't got time to sit and relax and smoke a pipe. I had a son, a young son at the time, and it just didn't fit into my lifestyle at that time. And I wind up selling. I within a matter of maybe a little less than a year, I collected like 35 pipes or something like that. 30 pipes or 35 pipes or something. I was buying one like every other day. I was going crazy. And I had a collection. It was sitting in my closet. My brother needed some stuff for his band, and I sold the whole collection, one-shot deal. But anyway, which I can kick myself for now. But anyway, yeah. So then, about 4 years ago, I was still smoking cigarettes, and I'm getting older. I'm 65, and I said, man, I got to get away from these cigarettes. And I ran in, and I was thinking, you know, I used to really like smoking a pipe. You know, it was really flavorful and everything. I enjoyed it. So I went. I knew a little bit enough about pipes where I knew that you can only smoke it once or twice, or some people say 3 times a day, whatever. When it gets wet, you know, starts biting, this, that, and the other thing. You got to let it dry, all this stuff. So I figured, I knew that your meerschaums, you could smoke. So I just went out and just started buying meerschaums. I got up to like around 12 meerschaums, and then I switched over to the briars. But that's how then my son found YouTube, and he told me about YouTube. Because I wasn't into computers that much, and I started watching YouTube, and I watched YouTube for like 2.5 years before I started making videos, maybe 3 years before I started making videos. You know, the Dagners, all those guys. I know all the old guys, the guys that don't even make videos anymore. You know, Pipe Pappy and all that, and all those guys, man. But anyway, that's how I started, and I got involved with the YouTube community, and it was great. And here I am. Right, anyway, the next thing is sub to Kevin Reynolds, which I already am sub to Kevin Reynolds, and I did watch his thing, and he's a Raven fan. He's a Raven fan, and Skeletor Pipe. I've been sub to him for a long time. His number 2 tobacco is Mississippi River. And he wants to spell it fast. I'm not going to spell it fast like these other guys. It's MISSISSIPPI RIVER. That's about as fast as you're going to get it from me, bro. But anyway, I don't know if this is even going to make it in. I'm not doing it really for the prize. You know, I'm doing it more to support, you know, my fellow presenters. There's a lot of them that I haven't made that already took flight, are done. But, you know, life bees that way sometime, you know what I mean? You just not enough hours in a day. And then, you know, like at night I could basically do it now, but most of the time at night this time I can't sleep, but I'm not in the mood, you know, to be talking and stuff like that. But tonight, you know, I was going through the, you know, watching some vids and stuff, and I seen Oregon Piper and an update, you know. I started thinking, I said, you know, I feel good, pretty good tonight, you know. And so let me throw up a vid, put one in, you know, what the heck, you know. But it wasn't too, I think that's all we had to do. Yeah, I think that's it. Anyway, you know, little thing is, you know that I'm a big Bolkovic fan. I love his pipes. And I had bought a pipe from him that looked like this, and but it wasn't a Bulldog. It was a billiard type bowl, and I had called him up, and I like this shape so much. I like where it sits. It's not a straight pipe. It's not a real bent pipe, which I don't like, and it's not a real long pipe. It's just the right size, and the bowl has a nice size smoke in it. I mean, you get a good 45 minutes out of this bowl. Okay, it's pretty deep. It looks small, but it's not. And I spent time with him on the phone, talking about it and everything. And he said, "Yeah, I think I could do that." He made a drawing of it. I said, "Yeah, go for it, right?" And he honored me with naming this pipe after me, Papo 49 Bent Sandblasted Bulldog, which to me it's an honor, because to me Mark Bolkovic is one of the best pipe makers out there today. I mean, he just comes up with some dynamite shapes and ideas and stuff, plus his work is great. So just thought I'd throw that in. Well, it's getting close to the time, and I don't want to really bore you guys. Plus, I wanted to throw a video up anyway. I just there's some things I want to talk about. You know, I think about it, and I should really write it down. But I did want to get another video up. I don't want to, you know, I appreciate the people who watch me and always encourage me to make videos and stuff. And, you know, I know how it is, like, you know, if you like watching somebody, you know, like there's a lot of guys out there I like watching, you know. But anyway, let me throw a video up. So, with that being said, guys, have a good night, and God bless.